everybody, welcome back to another video. It feels like a while since I've been on here vlogging, but I thought I would discuss I don't know what cycle I'm on, cycle 3. I was on cycle 3 of my Roboclib Kisqali drug, and also I had my CT scan, and I've also had the results back, so I thought I would just go through this past month and the cycle and how I've been feeling. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been brutal. Like, fatigue has been extreme. But let's start off with my CT scan. So I yet again had to go for a CT scan, and these are just a couple of clips from that day. Just got done with that CT scan. It was emotional. They're like, have you had a CT scan before? And blah, blah, blah. And then the last one, she was like, I said, oh yeah, I've got stage 4 breast cancer. And then she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And that must be really difficult. Have you got kids? How's she handling it? It must be so hard on your daughter, and da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm surrounding myself with positive stories. And she was like, is the hospital supportive? And I said, well, the least involvement I have, the better. Because then it's like out of state, out of mind, and all of that. So it's just really hard. And then I like been asked all the questions, sure you're not pregnant? I'm like, definitely not pregnant. And then I don't know, and then it's like when they're finished with you, it's like I can see images in the distance on the screen, and I'm like trying to squint and look, and then I start getting paranoid. Is that a mass, and is it all in my lungs now? And I'm just, because when I was walking up to the scanning department, my chest, I felt like I couldn't breathe, but then just coming out, I don't know, I don't feel as bad as I did. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. This is really tight. Anyway, I'm gonna go, bit of retail therapy I think is called for. Right, so I've just got home, I've just been shopping, I stopped off and got some stuff. I nearly bought a coat, I really liked it, and I thought it looked more expensive than it was. It was £49 in TK Maxx, but then I thought, oh, I don't know, because I want to lose some weight, and then so I'm gonna wait. Nearly, but I didn't. So I was like almost, well, I was crying when I was driving home just now. I was thinking about today and how that staff member was asking me about my daughter and how she coping, and she, poor thing, and she was going like this, and I just reflected, and it's a really painful thing for me, because when me and Dustin first started out, we talked about trying for a child, and then it's like within a year of that he gets prostate cancer, and that eliminates him being able to have children. And then like a year later, I'm now put on medication to induce the menopause, so I can't have children, and it just really, really hurts. And that was the one thing that I really regret in my life, is not having the opportunity to have a proper family life and have another child. But more so for Clara, she doesn't have any brothers or sisters, and I worry so much about leaving her behind. And my mum's like gonna be 70, and Clara doesn't really have anybody. And if she'd have had a little brother or sister, at least she would have had that, family. This is why I say I hate having to have any interaction with the medical staff or hospitals, going to blood appointments, going to CT scans, because they ask questions and then it just brings everything to the surface. And that's what I'm feeling right now, is really emotional and really reflective and really sorrowful, and I deal with those emotions that I am scared that I could die in the next few years. And then there's that part of me that's like, no way, I'm not going yet. I've got to make sure my daughter's okay and stable in her life and secure. She's too young to be left on her own. Like, I'm 46 and I've still got my mum. God, it's hard, it's tough. Anyway, I'm gonna go in, try and crack on. Today I've been sleeping so much. Like, normally I would still be asleep, and it's midday because I've been struggling with tiredness, and I know I look really tired, but I really want to use today to actually stay awake and not, I don't want to go to sleep. I want to crack on and get on with things today now that I'm up. Me and Clara are going to the cinema tonight. I'm going to go and watch Wolfman. So and I've got some popcorn for that. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop this video before I start bawling my eyes. So there has been two things that I've struggled with this past month. That is fatigue and my emotional mental health. I feel that my mental health has really dipped this past month. I think because I have been suffering so badly with fatigue, but also with just really my diagnosis really hidden in, and really, I don't know, like the other day I was reflecting and I was thinking about how it was August when I found the lump, September when they said, yeah, we're pretty sure you've got cancer, and October when they were like, yeah, it's spread, you know. And so in my head I'm thinking, right, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months I've been dealing with this lump and cancer. It's actually a long time. It feels like just yesterday when I was given the devastating news, and there isn't one day that goes by when I don't cry at some point, usually at night. Like, I pray every night now. Me and Dustin always do our prayers together at night, but when we're off the phone I pray by myself, and I find myself praying and asking for healing, and then I'm lying there and I'm praying, and these like silent tears just come down my eyes. Just, it's not like really strong cry, it's just these like couple of silent tears will come down my face, and I find that I do that every day because I just feel so sad. I feel so sad and scared, and I don't want to burden anyone with that, and I don't know, I think unless you go through those kind of diagnoses, it's really hard for people to understand what you go through. So yeah, my mental health hasn't been good. I think one of the things when you're given that stage 4 diagnosis is you go through so much loss and grief, and that's how it feels. You've got the loss of things you wanted to do, or you might have done, or that you could have done, or the loss of optimism and hope. And then you've got the grief of your former life that you had. And like, one of the things that I was thinking as well was how a year ago, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Almost a year ago, I was planning to meet Dustin for the first time, and then it's like nearly a year ago that we got engaged, and I was so full of hope and about the future, and now I'm just shattered. I'm like, it's hard to see a way forward, and then there's the loss of, I don't know, feeling like being part of a family. I've going through the menopause and feeling that loss of feeling like having a child and wanting another child, and all of those emotions, and that I can't get that life back. It's been really, really hard, and I struggle with that. It's really hard to put everything and all my emotions into a constructive form, but that has been extremely hard for me, is loss and grief. And like, I was thinking, it's going to be really hard to even, like, thinking about next year, like booking something, and I'm thinking, God, what if I'm not here? What if something goes drastically wrong with my health, you know? What if I'm not here? Because my cancer came on so quickly. You know, and Dustin says to me, I don't feel you're going to die anytime soon of this. I don't feel like I think you're going to go in remission. And my mum says, I just don't feel that you're going to go anytime soon. But then my mum was like, but then we didn't see you getting cancer either, did we? So she brings me back down to reality, you know. So yeah, emotions have been extremely hard this month. Okay, I have had the worst day for sleeping. I'll just shut that up a minute. I've just been sleeping on and off until like 4:30 today, and then I got up and me and Clara went out, and then I was driving and I thought, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go home. I just want to sleep. And then I had something to eat, and then we watched a movie, and I just wanted to go to sleep again. And I've come upstairs after the movie, and I'm like, I want to go to sleep, but I'm like not tired enough. And then I'm just like hot. I'm having hot flushes every hour, boiling, and then the next minute I'm cold, and then I can feel like my bones feel like cold to the bone. And then I'm thinking, I've been told that I'll be on these meds for the rest of my life, or until it stops working. And then when it stops working, then what? Then the cancer just spreads and I get sicker and sicker. And then you just sit here and you think, is this any way to live? Like, I don't have any energy. No energy. And Dustin sent me these shots today, and I got them, I'll show you. And I'm like, I took what Dustin's like, oh, it's going to be like, whoa. I took it and I went back to bed and I went to sleep. And I've just took another half of the bottle, because you're supposed to have no more than 1 bottle a day. And I just could go to sleep. I don't feel any boost to my system at all. Just and then I keep thinking, God, I gotta get up, I gotta get up, I gotta do something. Even if it's just doing something on my computer, you know, like responding to your comments. And even that, I'm like, oh, doing a bit. Just so tired. So tired. It's been like over a month now. I want to say it's been like 5 weeks of extreme tiredness. Every single day. It's not even like for like the end of my cycle of treatment or anything like that. This is like every single day. Can you imagine just wanting to sleep the whole day? Every single day of your life. It just reminds me that you're fighting cancer, you're trying to get well. It won't always be like this, but what if it is? And then I feel like I'm letting my daughter down, because I haven't got any energy to spend with her. What kind of mom am I? I wish I could be one of these like people on Instagram. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fight cancer. Look at this, I'm getting fit and everything. I can't even lift my leg without feeling like tired. I'm just struggling today. I struggled yesterday and I'm struggling today. But yeah. So out of side effects, this is my main side effect is the tiredness. And look, I look tired and yet I've slept loads. So the main side effect that I have had this month, and my doctors can't pinpoint what might be causing it, is fatigue. So I don't sleep very well anyway because of the hot flashes. So I can wake up, be absolutely boiling hot. So then I'm stripping off the bed sheets, and then because it's really cold here, it's like 2-3 degrees at night, I then wake up and then I'm cold. So I feel like I wake up every half hour. So I get disturbed sleep. I have a disturbed sleep. When I spoke to the nurse who gives me my Zoladex injection, she was like, oh, well, maybe the doctor could just give you something to help you sleep. And that was our response. I thought, well, I don't want any more medications, you know. And then when I spoke to the consultant about my medications, she was kind of thinking, well, all the medications you are on cause fatigue, and then if you're feeling depressed, that's going to add to you feeling tired. And we'll come back to what she recommended in a bit when I do my consultant's appointment and my results in a minute. But yeah, that has been really depressing me, because I can literally be on and off waking up. So if I don't go to sleep until 2 or 3, and then I'm awake at 4, and then I'm awake at 6, and then I'm awake at 8, and I might get up for an hour and then go back to bed and be asleep for a couple more hours, and wake up and have a couple of hours up, and then I go back to bed. And it has been at times where I haven't got up to like 5 o'clock in the evening. There was one night where I just slept all day. I just slept. It's almost like having flu, in the sense that you just don't have any energy and you feel so fatigued. That's the only way I can describe it. It has been horrible, the tiredness. Hey, I've been asleep. I'm like, I just want to cry. Seriously, it's coming up to 5:30. This is no life for me. Seriously, being asleep. I feel so tired. It feels like I'm so tired that I feel like I've got a big slab of stone on my body that is holding me down. That's how it feels. That's how the fatigue feels. I'm so frustrated. I'm sick of these hot flashes. Constantly hot, and now I'm absolutely sweating, and then the next minute I can be so cold, and I literally feel like my bones are freezing inside me. I don't know what to do. I think their parents were the first ones they came back to, because they were the only ones who said, no, this is what needs to be done. This is what needs to be done. I love you, I'm here for you, but this is the truth. So I think persevere in your own convictions. I don't know. Just fed up with this. Every single day. Every day.
Hey, don't get too down on yourself, okay? Don't, baby. You got energy shots coming right now too in the mail. Amazon, a case of them. I think they will help for moments. They'll have caffeine in them. You'll probably crash after, but they will help you do some things you need to do. So just please accept it. And I'm sorry, baby. That's all right. Get up and hang out with Clara if you can. Make dinner. You know what I mean? I know you're tired. You're gonna have to do it, baby. But don't be depressed or sad, please. Please, baby. I love you.
So that day came when I finally got my results, about my CT. It was also my follow-up appointment if I could continue on my medications. They made me wait a little while, which was excruciating. So the first thing we discussed was the fact that I was feeling a lot more tired. She went through the medications, and then what she said was she could, so I'm on the highest dose of the Kisqali. So I take 3 tablets a day, and she said what we could do is reduce you down to 1. And this is what she said. She said, because we're aiming for quality of life, and we want you to have quality of life. So that really hit, because I have been really trying so hard to surround myself with success stories of people going into remission and then staying in remission for many years, and I want to be that person. And that was kind of like a reminder, you know, you might want me to have quality, but I want quantity. So I was already depressed into this telephone call before I even had the results. So she said, because you are on this medication until it stops working, so we want to make sure that while it's still working that you have got quality of life. So she asked me how I felt about that, and I said, oh well, I'm gonna see if it's the amitriptyline that's making me more sleepy and slowly come off that. And she said, do you want to stay on the highest dose? And I said, yes please, so let's try 1 more month. And she was like, well, okay, but if it's too much for you, then we need to look at your dosage, because we will be bringing your dosage down at some point anyway. I just went into that anger feeling, because I thought, you're so quick to want to bring it down, and then when I've only just started the treatment, it feels like I've only just started the treatment, I'm still new. And secondly, I'm just like, I wanted to say to her, would you be happy with quality of life over quantity? You know, really, it's human nature to want to fight for your life, you know, and give it your best shot at fighting. So yeah, so I said I wanted to carry on with that. So that's what she did. She allowed me to stay on the 3 tablets. And next time I won't even say anything about tiredness. If my bloods come back good, then I'm just going to carry on, because I want to fight this. So that leaves to the results. So one of the things that they were looking for with my results is that the cancer would be stable, so that it hadn't spread anywhere else or grown or anything like that. So the good news is, and there is some good news in this video, yay, finally, is that my cancer, so the lump in my breast has actually shrunk by 1 centimetre. Now, when I first had the ultrasound, it was measuring, I want to say, at 2.7 centimetres, but on the mammogram it came in at 4 centimetres by 3. So, and I'm pretty sure the CT scan came in at roughly about 4 centimetres, if I remember off the top of my head. So let's work off the basis of 4 centimetres, so it's reduced by a centimetre. So it's gone down to 3 centimetres. So that's really good. 1 centimetre I think is quite a lot, if you think 1 centimetre in size. So I'm really happy about that. So it's just 1 lymph node in my armpit, and she said that has also shrunk. Then she went on to my lymph nodes in my chest, and she said it's good news there as well. Those have also seen signs of shrinkage. And then she went, and you still have your nodules in your lung, but they have also decreased in size. And she went, So actually it's actually better than we were expecting, she went. And then in her British voice she was like, well, actually it's excellent news, we weren't expecting that, you know. So it was, so yes, it's a win today, but I really honestly thought I got what Dustin says to me, you got what you wanted. It's stable and it has shrunk in all areas. You've got what you wanted, and I should have been really happy, but I actually was just, I think because of what she told me about making sure that you've got quality of life, that was lingering in the back of my mind. So that kind of humbled me and humbled my response to that news. It just, I don't know, I just felt incredibly grateful in that moment that at least it hadn't spread and it had shrunk. But I don't sit here and go, yay, it's a win for me, really. I don't feel that inside, because I know, and as she said, I'm on that drug until it stops working, and my body could build up resistance to it, you know, in a couple of months. You just never know. Everything is different for different people. I've watched enough Instagram posts where people have gone, yes, my cancer's shrinking, and then a few months later it's not working. So I'm never gonna take it for granted that, you know, even though it's a success at the moment, I'm always aware that this could change around and go the other direction. But yeah, Dustin was thrilled. He was a lot more excited than I was. I was in a bit of a daze that day. Yeah, it was a lot for me.
Hello, everybody. So after speaking with Sarah this morning, I decided to vlog. She asked me to vlog. I asked her to vlog. It's about her test results and stuff like that, and the journey, and just everything like that. So she had her test results today on her scan, and it came back. The news was exceptional. It's more than I think we could have hoped for. You know, honestly, it shows that the treatment that she's on is working in more than they expected. So I'll let her give the details of that. But how did it make me feel? It made me feel such relief for her, because she needed that so bad, you guys, and we both did. We needed to hear good news. It's just been really hard and emotional and stressful, and just watching her hurt like that. Just the torture and agony that she's been in, and the pain she's been in from physical stuff and from the treatment. It's just wiped her out, and just everything, and watching her, I think that's suffering, and it just breaks my heart, you know. And yeah, I started crying when she told me this morning, because it was so needed, and it's something we've both been praying for and believing in, and yeah, it's just, I just felt relief wash over me, relief. And just to see that what she's doing is actually, it's working, you know. But yeah, it doesn't eliminate all fear or anxiety or whatever. That stuff's still real. But yeah, I'm kind of like shocked a little bit too, you know. I figured it would be good, because after she did her scan, it was like 3 weeks ago, and they never contacted her back. And if it would have been bad, they have the results pretty instant, like within a couple days. I just believe they would have told her she needed to come in for in-person, and she never heard from them. So, and she kind of thought that might be the possibility too, that it would be real, you know, not really good news, but good news. And like she said, I don't know, about a month ago, she was hoping, you know, she wants it to go in remission and stuff like right now, which obviously I do. But then I asked her if she would be okay with it just being stable, if the cancer is at least stopped. And, you know, that's what I was really just hoping for today. Obviously hoping for everything, but really just at least stopped, you know, arrested it from growing anymore. And it surpassed, it's way surpassed that. It showed some shrinkage and stuff. She'll explain that. I'll let her share that with you guys, and she'll get to share her emotions about how she feels and stuff like that, which I can't wait to hear. But she's so much grounded, like way more in thinking than me. Not that I I don't face reality, because I do, and I know what's going on, and I know how serious it is, but she just seems like to take the whole picture in more than me most of the time, and she always brings me back to earth, you know. But they gave her really good news, and then they had to remind her, but you'll be on this medication for the rest of your life until it stops working, and like that's going to be the guaranteed story for her. And so they actually gave her the good news, and they threw that little seed in there, that little seed, just so she stays, I don't know, so it's just going to keep her anxious, or it's just horrible that they would do that, you know, to me. It just, I think that was BS, man, you know. But they were surprised. They said, I'm quite surprised, your doctor, or something to that effect, that we're actually seeing your cancer shrink. Well, I don't know. And I want to give credit openly to the Creator, God, and Jesus. And so we've been praying for a miracle and praying. And I personally prayed and told God that I would openly recognize him in any success from this, that he would get credit. And I choose to give God and Jesus Christ credit today for this. And Sarah's hard work. But yeah, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus and Father God. Thank you guys so much for Sarah's healing. Thank you. That's my open acknowledgement. That's how I feel. And but yeah, it looks like also that we're going to be baptized in Boston when Sarah comes. We spoke to a church pastor there, and it's pretty much set up. We're waiting to get the form that we have to fill out. They're going to customize it and personalize it, because we won't be joining a church there or anything. We're just visitors in their state. So, but it's looking like we're going to get to move forward with that. And I have all the permission approvals from my probation and stuff to travel to Boston. And it's looking like that's going to go down, you know, especially with the test results today and stuff like that. She'll have another one around that time. Another February to March, April. Maybe in May. I think she may have another scan, but we're just going to celebrate this a little bit, and we're going to see each other really soon, and that's where we're at. I'm 5 minutes into this, and I'll be back, you guys. I had a pretty busy morning. It's my day off today and tomorrow, but I had like appointments this morning. I had parole check-in, then I had therapy, and then I'm talking about my son's going into a program called Job Corps, so I have that meeting here in 30 minutes, and then pretty much that's my busy morning, and then my son's supposed to come over sometime today, but we'll see. Bye, guys.
I just wanted to quickly do this quick video, because when Dustin was moved into the feds, he lost contact with people that he had formed friendships with in Idaho. So there were two people that I used to message on Dustin's behalf through JPay, and one of those guys, obviously Dustin's told him what's happened to me, and he was praying for me, and he's been messaging me saying, you know, be strong and everything. But he also sent this, and I just thought it was really sweet that people that don't know you can be so thoughtful, even those that are incarcerated. You stand above everyone else simply because you're brave, you're stronger than you think. It's just like so sweet. Because I'm not feeling so brave today, because like I've been lying I said to Justin the other night, when I lie on my side, I feel like I'm lying on like a really sharp edge, and it's hurting right here. But I've noticed it more when I lean on my left side, which is where my lump is. And so then I start panicking. So seeing that, I don't feel brave and I don't feel strong. But it's really sweet that that's an attachment that he sent to me. So I'm going to message him back and say thank you. So I honestly feel like I could not do this cancer journey without Dustin. I know I sing his praises a lot. We don't want him getting a big head now, do we? But I really couldn't do this journey without him. He has been amazing. He continues to send me flowers. He's like, you've got to get your fibre up. You've got to get your fibre up. So he buys me all these fibre, but he doesn't buy just one box. He buys me like 4 boxes. Then he's like, we need to get your energy up. So he buys me these energy shots. And whew, they definitely hit a spot, I tell you. You know, and then he bought me this crystal tree to help with my healing. He's just been so sweet and thoughtful. And he's just there. He listens to me moan and cry, and he goes through all those emotions with me, and he prays with me every single day. And do you know what? I'm humbled again to have that in my life. I could never have imagined that when we first started corresponding, we would develop such a deep connection. And I feel extremely blessed in that sense, that he came along in my life at the moment that he did. And we've both been there for each other through cancer, and it's definitely strengthened us and our connection and our bonding and everything and our relationship in that sense. I just hope cancer doesn't break us apart. But anyway, fancy ending on that note. should be like, yay. Oh, dear me. A horrible journey cancer is, isn't it? It's just horrible. It's horrible. And I keep telling myself, I really thought that having good news with my results, I'd be like, yeah, right, really got to kick it and fight that cancer now. It's just been hard. It's been extremely hard, especially with fatigue. So that's where I'm at with my journey at the moment, having completed cycle 3. So yeah, I'm still on maximum dose. I will continue on maximum dose as long as my blood works are fine, and just got to keep going and keep fighting and not listen to doctors. This is why I have very little to say to the doctors, because I know that they're very much like, yeah, quality of life, that's it. You're not gonna, this is not curable, and you've got to live with it. I don't want to settle for that. In my heart of hearts, I don't want to settle for that. To be content with just that. And I don't think any of us should. You want the best for yourself, because you've got people that need you. My daughter needs me. Yeah. But anyway, she's going to be 16 very soon. We're going to London, and I'll vlog a bit with that as well. And me and Dustin have got a trip coming up next couple of months. So please keep me in your prayers, and hope that my health is going to be okay for the next few months ahead. And I want to say thank you to everybody for your support. It means so much. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
Throw your stuff away. Don't hesitate.